Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
This is always fun because then I'm in the corner.
Put you in the corner.
Yep.
Time out for you.
Sweet. I could use a timeout. Catch Nate finishing his protein bar.
Mm-hmm.
We just spent, how long did we just spend at the store?
Probably 2 hours.
Yeah. So we went to Lowe's, you know, our typical Wednesday date night. It's becoming a regular date night.
It's Thursday.
Oh, it is Thursday.
It was an off-schedule date night.
Yeah. Had to get some plumbing stuff and some more flooring.
We had a whole range of things. We had plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
We had lumber, flooring. We had electrical, and a support jack.
Oops.
For the subfloor, or for the addition.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it was a whole range of things because today Jim came over and I had him rip out the flooring for the master bathroom because it sloped, and it turned out it sloped a lot more than I thought it did.
Yes.
And so we, after we got it ripped out, we figured out what kind of plumbing we need to move, like the kitchen, move the bathroom sink to the other wall, to move the drain for the bathtub, and to move the toilet flange to be code compliant. And then I started doing work on the electrical in the main room, and I had a bunch of electrical stuff I needed to pick up, some tools and clips and whatever.
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah. So it was a very expensive.
Yes.
It was a very expensive trip to Lowe's.
And the reason it took a little longer than normal was, one, we had all these special fittings that we had to do, and we decided to do the plumbing first.
Yeah. And
then we didn't want to keep the cart with us when we did the electrical because we had very long PVC pipes on it, which we do all the time. We're pretty much frequent flyers at Lowe's by this point, and almost all of the employees know us in Kinsley. You know, they just come right up to us and they are like, "Hey, what you shopping for today?" And still working on this. So we just push our cart off to the side. Well, we happened to pick the place where they put their returns.
Yeah.
And an employee took our stuff and started putting away all of that plumbing pieces that we had been searching for. So
yeah, there were probably 50 different plumbing pieces of plumbing. And
oh my goodness.
He randomly started putting stuff away, so we had to go through the list again. And
he randomly was putting stuff into our cart to put away that he had found in other spots.
Yeah, the return cart that he was supposed to put away was next to our cart that we didn't realize.
Yeah.
We put next to his return cart, so he combined the two.
Oh yeah, because you had said, "Oh, they have plumbing too."
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I thought the aisle that we pushed the cart into to be out of the way, there was another person there, and they were sitting next to a cart that had plumbing supplies on it. So I thought that they had their own plumbing supplies. No, that was the return cart. So basically, he combined the return cart and our cart together, started returning a portion of it. So then there were missing items from our list, but added items from not our list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
fun.
It was a thing.
He felt so bad, and it was like, it's okay. I mean, honest mistake.
Yeah, it
but now we know not to put our cart there ever again.
Right. Not our plumbing cart.
Yeah, specifically.
If we would have started with electrical and put our cart in the same place, it wouldn't have mattered because the electrical person's return location is probably different.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so we got a lot done today on the house because Jim,
he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Guess who's back? Jim is back. Tell a friend. Okay.
Is it? Okay.
That's all I got.
Yeah, so anyway, so Jim got a lot accomplished today. Ripped out the bathroom floor. We didn't have enough subfloor to put the bathroom subfloor back on. So
it's going to be a bumpy ride, y'all. I'm sorry.
That's also what's in the back of the truck is 2 more pieces of plywood. And then he started working on the transition from the main room to the hallway because there was a little bit of a bump there. And so he got that to be nice and smooth. And he'll be back tomorrow to finish it all up.
Hopefully y'all don't get car sick.
Is it really bumpy?
It's a little bumpy, yeah. I'm trying really hard to hold it still, but it is, Here, try that.
Yeah.
Maybe if I hold on right there.
Yeah. So meanwhile, while he was doing the work in the bathroom, I was going through and tracing all of the wire that had been torn out of the walls when I removed the walls. And we just rolled up and put, basically in the roof line or the ceiling line. And so I thought I could remember where all of it came from. No, I certainly didn't. So I was going through and tracing all of those back to the panel, or trying to figure out where they're going. And I was able to find 7 unused circuits going from the panel to the great room. So I can now use those to power things like the outlets, the 3 different lighting circuits that we're going to have, the main lighting, the kitchen lighting, and then the dining lighting, and then anything else that we want to do, like ceiling fans or whatever. So still coming up with the plan on how we're doing all of the electrical, but I was really happy to find 7 spare circuits, because that means I don't have to take those, I don't have to wire back to the panel. And the only reason that's a pain is because the panel's on the sidewall where the roof line is really narrow.
Yeah.
So getting over there and getting a wire down from the top plate down to the panel would be difficult. So it was a good progress day today.
Nice.
Yeah, good progress day today. And it was absolutely gorgeous weather-wise.
Yeah.
It was, so we didn't have to really even turn on any fan or anything for the most part, except for when he was like using the oscillating tool to saw some stuff around the edges of the room, because it started smelling, so we'd get the fan to do that. But anyway, so that's it.
That's it?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, next week I plan on going to the dump, because we have a huge pile of scrap lumber and torn out OSB and whatever. So I'm going to go to the dump on Monday. Tomorrow we get to reveal the 2 winners of the contest.
Yep, which means I need to look at some comments.
Yeah, I figured what we can do is, well, we'll talk about how we're going to do it offline, but we'll make it easy. Yeah. Because, I like to make things easy.
Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. You're good at making things easy.
Yeah. Yeah, how was your day?
Don't overthink a thing.
I don't. How was your day?
My day was good. It was my Friday today, which is nice. I'm trying to think, it just went pretty smooth. I had a couple meetings canceled, so I actually got some time back.
That's always nice.
To actually do work, which is great. Nothing worse than having to spend all day in meetings and then not be able to actually get your work done, and then have to work longer hours because you were in all these meetings that took up all your time. It's always frustrating, and I never understand why people have meetings for things that could easily be resolved in an email. But yeah, I think I'm in a good place for work, and I was able to do a very thorough morning chores this morning because I had a later start today for my work because of the meetings that got canceled. I didn't have to start at 9. So I went through and I did a much deeper thorough of making sure all of the waters were cleaned and stuff that I usually do on the weekends when I have more time.
How did the hen do that you had to take out of rooster row?
Yeah, so she's, we think it's a hen. Still not,
I think so.
Yeah, not 100%, but pretty sure. She was fine. She was all wet, so she must have found somewhere in the grass to sleep last night. I don't know where she roosted, so I just put her free range because I didn't want to put her in Gen Pop because there was 5 or 6 roosters in Gen Pop still that I haven't put up in the bachelor pad because the bachelor pad it's crowded enough.
Yeah, it's very crowded.
And so I don't want to add any more roosters up there.
You call it bachelor pad, I call it rooster row.
Rooster row. We got Gen Pop, so that makes sense, rooster row. It's our prison facilities. Yeah, so she did good, and she's been hanging out. I'm hoping that she'll hang out with there's a couple other pullets that are also free-ranging that just either jumped out of Gen Pop, and I just never put them back in, or they were part of the group that everyone sold but one. And so I think I have somebody Saturday coming to get the one that we have never been able to catch. Oh. So I'm going to try really hard to catch her.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, we've never been successful catching her. She's just real good. And if y'all wonder why we've been sitting at a stop for so long, there's a train that we were waiting on. But it's kind of an interesting timing, not having to drive. It was kind of nice.
It made it easier.
Yeah. Made it hopefully less bumpy for y'all. But we'll be going over train tracks here in a second. Yeah, so this weekend, I'm hoping that the weather stays nice. We've definitely had a cooler spell where the weather's been in the low to mid 80s, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah, this morning it was 56 degrees.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, I need to put on a long sleeve shirt to go take the dog for a walk.
Yeah.
That's kind of chilly.
So rare.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's great. Very loving the change of weather. It almost feels like fall actually might be coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
I mean, it is almost September.
Yeah, it is. But,
when does fall start? Is it October?
I think it's right about this time frame. Because this is back to school time for most folks.
Yeah, that's crazy. That summer went really fast.
It did go very, very fast. Yeah, we've got a lot going on.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Time just seems to fly by.
That is true. This weekend we're having our our brunch
friends brunch.
Yeah, brunch with the Yeomans and with Wilson and wife.
Wilson and wife.
So that'll be fun. That's something I'm looking forward to.
Yep, getting off the homestead and actually having dinner with somebody besides just me.
Yep. Food. Yeah, brunch. Yeah, not dinner.
Oh, sorry. Dinner.
I guess if we sit there and chat long enough, it might turn into dinner and then
2 meals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you going to be working on which project are you going to work on since you have tomorrow off? I'm going
to need your help with the shed. I don't think I can put that together by myself.
That's a 2-person job.
It's definitely a 2-person job. I would like to get that other shed built, and once it's built, then I can start moving all of this stuff over and get them all organized to the way that I want to use them. It's either that or starting to disassemble and assemble the new garden beds so that I can get those in there. I still have some time for some fall planting.
Mm-hmm.
So might try for that. And so still the 2 main projects I need to work on. I do have another chicken coop that just arrived, but I think that one is also a 2-person job. So that one will...
You can do the frame yourself. I've done the frame myself, but
yeah,
all of
the netting or the
heck
hardware cloth.
Weird.
The hardware cloth takes a minute.
Yeah, that's easier 2-person. Where are we putting this chicken coop? I'm
going to put it up by the pond, and then that'll help us move a flock up there, another flock, or I could put all of the ones, all of those grow outs can have their own, or the salmon faverals, or whatever. I don't know exactly who I want to move and put up there, but eventually we talked about wanting to get all of the chickens up there, so I'm not going to build it down here.
Yeah, good.
So it'll be up by the pond. I'll just have to figure out where exactly want to put it, and then that'll be somebody's coop. It'll most likely it's going to be another one of those metal ones that we already have 3 of. We got another one just so we can have another place for grow out, because it's just a lot easier to have them in that, and can give them a run if they're big enough and don't have the aerial predator issue. But while they're small, it's nice to be able to just keep them in there, and it's a very easy build, and it's hard to find a $200 coop. They're very cost effective for what they are. Yep. We just use hardware cloth instead of the chicken wire that it comes with. That's like the only thing. We just upgrade that.
That and the tarp.
And then we add, the tarp. And then, of course, you have to build your own perches and whatnot. But I see a lot of people use them for runs, and then they put a chicken coop inside of it. And that's something we could do, is put one of those little AV2 coops that we have inside of it. And we did do that at one point when we had the littles in there. But yeah. So
cool.
got quite a few things we can be building, or I can be building.
Yep.
And then I have that little bit left of that tree that I just need to take the chainsaw to get that last autumn olive down. Yeah.
Cool. Well, you're gonna stay busy.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay busy. I've got lots to do, so I'm just hoping the weather cooperates. Because last time, right when I went outside to start working, it just started downpour, and I was like, dang it. So, but if that is the case, I have some inside stuff I can be doing with some meal prep and some other things. So, never a lack of things to do. So.
No, that is faux show.
Faux show. All right.
Yep, that's it for me.
All right.
So I'll give you an update on what I do tomorrow, and then we will pick the winner tomorrow too. The two winners. The two winners. So that's exciting. I'm excited for that. Exciting is the word. Goodbye.
Exciting is the word. Goodbye. Kinsley. Oh, there's Kinsley. A good girl.